think I turned this thing off last night. I'm right sure that I did not turn this thing off last night, which means it's still running. No, it isn't, but maybe it shuts itself off. Nope, I just left it turned on and it's completely drained. But I have a low-tech solution. I mean, it's not low-tech, it's... Alright. I got more than enough battery. Uh-oh. Ah, here it is. Alright, now let's try that again. Where was I? Before I so rudely interrupted myself. You can charge this thing. Oh, there you go. It went hot and said, hey, I got juice now. And I was like, yes, you got all the juice, baby. So no, I didn't realize that there are radar systems that look like a handheld. And you kind of come out here looking like you're measuring the speed. Something rattling in that car. Whatever. I'm trying to figure out what soundtrack this is, so I want to play this game. Hyper Duel. Oh, that's a fighting game. I suck at fighting games. Perdón, abuela. Man, was that always that bad? Yet another reason why they need an intersection here. Look at all of that. Look at all of that, man. I'm gonna make my case. Or I already have made my case. I wonder how far I'm going to get in the branch before it gets dark. I'll get it when I get back. Well, I'm not going back this way. Scout's honor. If I see that there when I come back, when I go back through here again, I will pick it up and throw it in the trash. Right now, I am pressed for time. There you go, get the right turn signal going. there's some new graffiti. Does it matter? No, they're gonna knock that building down. So, you know, if you're a tagger, go hog wild. Flex your artistic muscle. They got plenty of wall. They really need to mow this. Put in a request for a mow clean. Let's go ahead and give them a GPS lock while I'm here. Alright. Pixar, it didn't happen, baby. Howdy. Alright, let's get a boat clean going here. I got some more pictures from the other night. Yeah, this is all technically 3700 Shorecrest. I have no idea what I'm filming. Ragweed. I don't need to go away. But I don't know if they, but like I said, they mowed a path to here. Don Julio. Tequila or rum? Tequila. churl, drunk all, and left no friendly drop. Alright, I guess we did need some B-roll, and this is... My problem is I'm doing this on the 360 camera, so I'm used to it capturing everything. But on my flat camera here, really I don't have to turn my head. I have to walk a certain way though, so I don't jitter too much. Yeah, I'm not using this footage, someone else will be. Looks like somebody tried to saw into this tree. That's dangerous. Oh no, that's just, well, no. Yeah, okay. Not as bad as I thought. Behind me, this creekfront property. You'll see that in the 360 footage. I'm not wasting my breath or time with my regular camera. Look at that. I guess that that heron has a hotel room. We got here, we got crab apples. There's a crepe myrtle tree. No, I'm sorry, what is that? Would Dad call these the hackberry? No, hackberry? Hackberry. The wood on that is extremely tough. You can't get through that with a normal chainsaw. It's a wood that's designed to be completely onerous. You can't saw through it easily. If you try to burn it, it sparks. Produces that hard fruit. Who knows? Maybe you can eat what do you call them? Horse apples, crab apples. My dad used to talk about all those trees. He said the bodak tree was one of the hardest trees he ever had to try to cut through. Why was my dad cutting through trees? It was the ice storm, and there were tree limbs all over the place. So he and his buddy went out and bought chainsaws and started going around the city cutting down limbs for people. Dad said he was making money hand over fist. I'm talking through this whole thing, and I think hopefully they'll cut me out. All right, this is about the branch, man. Are we taking any pictures of the hotel? They don't need any free advertising. Of course, I'm talking, and then you can hear the jet engines. I don't think we need to take any pictures of that. Like I said, I know how to watch video. I don't know how to film it. Oh man, don't tell me somebody vandalized the... No. That was a depth perception issue. Alright, B-roll. I have no idea what... I mean, does B-roll just mean I just start taking pictures of things and whatever might be interesting makes it onto the... I'm wondering why there's a sign out there when there's no trail. Maybe at one point there was something here and it kind of grew over it. Anyway. You get up here and get a gold star and say, "You are here!" They say in the tick, they said being here seems a lot like being lost. It doesn't really help you to know that you're here if you don't know where here is. Alright. Send them about an hour of B-roll footage. Trying to get through here before it gets super dark. The problem I had when it was cooler, it kept raining, so I couldn't get any footage while it was raining. Now it's not raining, but it's hot as hell. Alright, do I take the left fork or the right fork? What did Yogi Berra say? If you reach a fork in the road, take it. That's the trouble spot that I'm trying to hit with some it's gonna need more than a couple of bags of gravel. Okay, so this is what it looks like now that the privet's knocked down. I am shocked. Let me go over there because I didn't want to try to trail stomper because there's nothing out here. I'm also making sure I don't hit any patches of poison ivy. Whoa! That a bunch of... It is. Okay, so the other day when I saw what looked like a fire, like you can see clear out to the other side, that's shorecrest. Anyway. Oh. Yeah, I'll take the scenic route. Maybe I can figure out what that dang green thing is. Man, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't know. Leave no trash behind. Okay, so I could stomp through there. Yeah, that was all privet, huh? Okay, so it's some kind of flood marker. All right. Thought that somebody had let, yeah, it's a flood marker. Okay. No, it's a utility marker. Time to be nosy. I got time. Ragweed. Forgot I'm filming with this other camera. Oh, don't let that be what I think it is. Okay. Don't touch any of this. More ragweed. All right, that is. It's a sewer line marker. There's algae bloom. Is that runoff? Whew. Doesn't smell like raw sewage. I mean, it stinks, but it's, you know, it's just sulfur. Maybe this is not the B-roll footage they were looking for. That's a sewer line. I didn't know that. Okay. I guess they did that in case somebody's digging around here, like when they knock down the privet. They don't want to accidentally hit the sewer line and a little more nervous about where that comes out at. Oh, I'm a trail stomper, I know. I shouldn't be doing this. Or they said meadow stomper. All right, so mystery solved. It's a sewer line. Thought somebody left their bike down there. Nope, they just left their poop. They literally left their shit down there. Okay. Oh man, please tell me I'm getting these dragonflies. Is it really that time of year already? So Jeff wanted to know if I ever see fireflies in the branch, and the answer is no. And there was a time though, I did. I think you can look at some of my footage from last year. I'm just sitting there and I have my lights on, and then the fireflies come around me because they think I'm a giant firefly. And I was like, dude, I'm not a... You're getting freaky with the biggest girl that dance. I was like, I'm flattered, but I'm not your type. So the good thing is I'm doing this on 4K 60, which means that as I'm turning quickly here, there won't be much motion blur. 4K 60 is the best, as far as I've been told, and actually I've seen personally. It's the best footage for when you want to do live action things. It doesn't, like, I got some my Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I had to put it on 4K 60, 4K 30. Because Pure Vision doesn't process any higher than that. And so sometimes I'm starting to trying to capture things and I see this blur and I'm like, ugh. But the low light footage looks amazing. Like you said, I'm not a cameraman. It's just years of working with this stuff, and you start to learn what you can and can't do. It wasn't until I got a 4K TV that I started seeing the difference between my 1080p and what I got now. Better open this up. Some of that air out. Something tells me I'm going to lose this battery door. I don't want this GoPro to overheat on me. American Elm. This is this I'm listening to. I've heard it for years. Bach, of course it is. Cello Suite Number 1 in G major. Why do I like Bach? Counterpoint. So a lot of video games, they're limited in the amount of channels they could have used back in the day. So you couldn't always have all the instruments playing at once, so you had to have them staggered. And one of the ways you can make your stuff pop or sound good was you use a lot of counterpoint. So they would sit there and whoever these sound engineers were, they practiced a lot on fugue themes. So you'd be listening to fugues and didn't even know it. And it wasn't until later on in life when I started taking a music appreciation class that I started hearing Bach, and I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like video game music. Bach also had limited hardware. There's only so much he could do with organs and harpsichords, and he was a technician. The fugue and staccato, from what I understand, was designed to just test out pipe organs. And wound up becoming its own thing. Fugue and staccato, of course, being the song that you hear in a lot of horror films. And it was just, he was trying to test out the range of what the organ could do. So he goes high, he goes low. You can't change the dynamics because of the limitations of the instruments from back then. So even though they've all played at one volume, they played at different speeds and pitches. Now, is this JS Bach or CPE? I think it's a JS. CPE was his son, Carl Philip Emanuel, and he wrote a few pieces himself that were pretty good. But his main legacy was he was able to save and catalog a lot of his dad's music. If it wasn't for CPE, we would never know about JS. Anyway, when did this become a music discussion? Sorry. What do they call it? Neurospicy. Sometimes I go off on tangents. But yeah, I guess in my B-roll it would be nice to be playing Bach while I'm going through the branch. I think the song I'm listening to right now fits perfectly. But I can't play it right now because I got jet engines and my motor mouth. So there's too many engines running at once here. She wanted B-roll. I'm giving her all she can handle. As I said before, please tell me you got that. See, what I'm thinking is I'm getting all of this, and all I'm getting is like my chest high perspective. I'm just taking a picture of this because, I don't know, there's just something about, wow. But yeah, that illustrates perfectly how much privet was knocked out. And you can see clear around you. It's just, this looks like something out of Star Wars. It's just the branch or the forest moon of Endor. For all you geeks out there. It is something interesting to think about. It's like Endor wasn't a planet, it was the moon around a bigger planet, and it was lush. Whole planet covered in forest. It's also funny that maybe that was what George Lucas was trying for. An actual moon was the staging area and final battle for a fake moon in the Death Star. Like I said, that's no moon. It's a battle. What it is? It's a station. The amount of material it must have took to build an entire artificial moon. Makes no sense, right? It's this big giant behemoth thing. It's a big target. It can blow up planets, but it gets taken out by a dirt or moisture farmer from Tatooine. This thing is heating up. I didn't know this thing gets it hot. I can't hold it in my hand. Oh, I just realized my 360 footage is just gonna get ruined by me. Like, you're gonna be seeing my hand and stuff all up in the shot. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, now you're probably saying to yourself, well, why don't you just take the X5 and take the 360 footage and make it flat? And I was like, that sounds like a good idea. Unfortunately, the processing power and algorithm isn't there yet. That is painful. For me to do this, it'll take like 8 to 12 hours to convert it from 360 to flat, and it always looks terrible. So it's just easier for me to grab. Not only that, but the GoPro has superior daytime filming. Like where the Insta360 shines is night, is gimmick stuff. It does low light, and it does the 360. It's got a monopoly on the 360. Well, it almost has. I haven't tried DJI yet. Whereas with the GoPro, it actually is much better at filming daytime action shot. It's an action camera. It is an action camera. This is where the GoPro excels, what I'm doing right now. Good light, movement. I'm kind of curious as to how this B-roll is going to turn out with the image stabilization, because I'm walking here and I'm holding it up, but it's probably got some jitter to it. I'm trying to be still. No, it is. And you know what? I was worried that I was not going to get good footage, but this is the perfect time to film. It is currently 20:31. I've got about, I got about 45 minutes of daylight left. Man, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering if okay, so no Civil War battles were fought here, but boy, it sure looks like it could have been. This looks like you're walking through the forest doing your patrols. Next thing you know, you run up against a bunch of rebs and you're duking it out. But it's funny I mentioned that because there's a loser cemetery over there somewhere. Yes, I have seen all of these, except I haven't seen the beaver. So I don't know. I've seen nutrias, but I've never seen a beaver here. I've seen bobcats down that way. I see the coyote every once in a while. I saw the 9-ballot armadillo. Howdy.
Hey, how are you today?
I saw a possum last night, and the raccoon, yeah, they keep to themselves. I just realized that this thing's in Spanish too. Yeah, they knocked all that down, and it looks a whole lot different than it does when I'm doing this during the night. All right, maybe I'll have time to go check out the other pathway. I'll just keep doing this until the battery runs out. All right, so which path did I usually take? Oh. Won't be a meadow stomper. I didn't take the right way, did I? I mean, I did. I guess I just never noticed. Yeah, I missed something. Looks like there's 3 trails here, but there was one where I went down there. I don't know. I'm so busy talking, but there's the one part that'll take you right there to the... I'll go back. We got time. I think we got time. I got about 15 minutes. Well, this is, like I said, this was more than enough. I got it. I got what I needed to get. Running out of daylight. I think I'm about to switch cameras here in a second. Maybe I should have just kept going. So the problem was I was taking pictures of the interior, and I had my head turned, and there's the well, you'll see it. Hopefully you'll see it. You've seen it. You just haven't seen it in the day. Yeah, I'm gonna miss. I'm not gonna get all this branch. Listening to Castlevania music and thinking in my head what a might have a curse. From what I understand, that was a bad translation. It's like somebody already cut through this way. I don't know why there's a path there. Yeah, I'm not gonna get. Sunlight is fading fast. All right, let's see what we got. There we go, some Otis Redding. This isn't quite the dock of the bay though. Okay, this one's a long ways away. I was just talking too much. I love Dock of the Bay because it's a beautiful song, but I hate Dock of the Bay because it's hard as hell to sing. It's so hard to measure. Otis Redding's cadence. Oh wait, I did take a picture of this. I just wasted 10 minutes I didn't have. Anyway, well, I'm here. I've been looking at this for like the last 4 weeks. Someone was fishing here and they left their bait bucket. Either that or they were eating night crawlers. I'm not judging. I mean, it's protein. Definitely can't whistle the last part. It's a dirt simple song. So it has a horn section, but it's a guitar mostly. It's a blues song. See what I can get before I lose daylight. It's funny, if it wasn't for the 2021 climate change report, I wouldn't be out here. Started getting more active. I went to a few group meetings, and next thing you know, anyway, here I am. I'm gonna be a trail stomper. So that's why this is here. Somebody cut through. I don't want to step on anything. I don't know what it is. It could be poison ivy. It could be something that's sensitive. Oh, there's always at least one ant that gets to nibbling. So that takes me nowhere. I think I've been there before and it just kind of goes off into nothing. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, metal stomping? Yes, but no, I'm not going through that. That's for the guy in hiking boots. Not the guy in walking shoes. This motivates me. The theme from Star Fox, is it Macbeth or is it Venom? I can't remember what boss stage it is. Okay, that's the coyote. Where's the large dog? What was that? Wherever it was, it wanted to get the hell away from me. I was like, no, I get it. I got that effect on people. He was big, whatever he was. I thought it was a deer. I was like, wait a minute. There are no deer here. It was big. I don't know what I just saw. Like I said, whatever it was in a hurry to get the hell away from me. I mean, don't worry about me, you know, I'm lightly armed. You're gonna start packing in the branch? I mean, I'm already setting off too many red flags. I definitely don't want to be out here with my helmet and vest and cameras, and there I am carrying an AR. You know, that's not gonna get it done. Well, yeah, there's a guy in the branch carrying an AR. Was he doing anything else, ma'am? Well, no. Is anybody screaming? No. Well, you know, you have a nice day. That's not how it's gonna go down. They're gonna somebody coming over. They're gonna say, hey, what's with all that? And I was like, oh, let me show you this footage. Be careful going back that way. I think I saw a coyote or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looked spooked. He went that way.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get back to the hotel. So.
All right, good luck to you.
Hey, thank you.
You want me to come with, or?
Oh, I think I'm okay, but I appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a good evening.
Take care. All right, so which way am I going here? Do I have my... Yeah, I got my loud horn. It's easier to pull this thing out than it is to put it back in. Yes, I know, that was a... That's what she said moment. I get it. I think this is the 30-minute version. So I'm gonna be grooving for a while here. Man, I wish they had a trash can back here. But alas, wanderer, they do not. Hey, I am sweating like Pam Bondi in front of Congress. I mean, they knocked all of that down. I still, every once in a while it tickles me. The Dow is over 50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You can't script stuff like this, man. It just spontaneous desperation creating comedy gold. It's definitely a gear change from back when, like, what was Bush's Attorney General, Alberto Gonzalez. Dude was just smooth. He was lying to people left and right. He didn't care. He says, no, if you recall, we didn't say we did this. It was enhanced interrogation techniques, and he was just using all of this. He was slippery. Anyway, it's a long ways away from your Attorney General sweating under the cameras and saying too much. An attorney saying too much. Your best defense is to keep your fucking mouth shut. Just don't give them. Don't give them direct answers, or don't give them any answers. All right. That's all part of the B-roll, but I don't think any of this is going to make it in because it's dark. So unfortunately, something killed all of it. This was all ragweed. And I can't help but wonder if somebody sprayed some insecticide over here. That'd be unfortunate. But dang it, this ragweed. Alright, I'm going to switch cameras. Yeah, I'm not getting anything I can use. Now here's the thing. This GoPro will now not get anything. But the 360 here, the X5 actually has decent low light filming capabilities, but not as good as the Ace Pro 2. I never noticed that. Of course, like I said, I don't come here during the day. Man, that's nice. I hope I'm getting that. A nice hilly terrain. So there are two spots that have extreme grade in the branch. So they want wood chips throughout here. That's fine. I thought about gravel, but like I said, gravel will drain better. And you have less of a chance of stuff growing up where you don't want it to. But the wood chips are fine. Yeah, I haven't been over this area. Wow, it's okay. It's pretty much overgrown. Glad I came, actually. I think I remember one time there was a I came back here and there was a tent. All right, this is the part that I get confused on. So if I go that way, it takes me to the parking lot. Well, crap. I guess I'm going to turn on a What's that guy? It look like I'm stalking him. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna turn around. So you know the rest, and that's where he came through that way. Now I'm gonna go out here and carry this cup with me all the way to Northwest Highway, because apparently I can't think of any places you know what I could do? Time to rile up the neighbors. All right, here's me committing a crime on 3 different cameras. Oh man, not only am I a rebel, I'm a stupid rebel. Viva la resistance stupidity. Stupido. Sorry, I put my Nightcrawler cup in your dumpster. I know that's just, that's so criminal of me. All right, now I get to see what the hell I'm listening to. It's Venom So it's the venom battle. Who's the boss? It's what's his name? Phantasm or something like that. He's a weird, it's a weird enemy. Splits into 3 different ones. It's a shapeshifter. Great, I have no idea where I'm going now. Oh. It's kind of weird that there would be a werewolf out here now. I don't know, maybe they transform. A she-wolf. A coyote werewolf. Because that was a big coyote. I was like, well, that's my ass. I think I might have lost my battery door. Crap. Nope, there it is. Yeah, that's it. All right. Yep, 9 o'clock. I think that's enough B-roll footage. I need my hands empty in case some shit goes down. Although, there we go. Hold on, let's do this again. I need more venom in my life. All right, so the cool thing is my GPS is going to tell me. Oh, I like the foot scrapers. My GPS is going to tell me what the grade is here. Oh. Unfortunately, I can't marry GPS data to 360 video. You can put watermarks on it, but you can't put over GPS overlay. That sucks. There's a bunny. You gonna get me killed because there's a rat. There's a predator right here. I guess there's 2 predators. Fortunately, I think my smell scared her off. She said, that's a funk that I'm not willing to defy. She said, the funk is strong with this one. Please tell me you got that. I got that, baby. Now, 3 months ago, this was all This was all like gray piles of mulch. And nature just said, oh man, rain and food, and it went on a binge. So I've got a very obese greenbelt here. It's been gorging itself on sugary snacks. It is all green now. You see all of this stuff? That was weird seeing that big, like I said, it was either, it looked like a deer. I was like, deer wasn't on the map. Like, where would deer come from? The only thing I could think is they're migrating from up north. I was like, okay, well, where did this one... Occam's razor. It looked like a big dog or a deer. So my guess is coyote. Do I call it in? No, because I've already done that. And here I am thinking that somebody's going to come down and they're going to take measurements or scoop or something or put out traps. All that lady told me was, well, you really I should fix that gap in your fence. I'm like, heifer, he didn't come through no fucking gap. He just jumped he clearly jumped the fence. All my neighbors said the same thing. It's like, there was no gap, he just jumped the fence. And so you got that adversarial relationship. Why would I call back? That's what's wrong with Dallas. Is you're telling them stuff, you're giving them information. If you see something, say something, and they treat you like the enemy. And then you got to hear things about, well, we just can't seem to get any engagement with the city. Gee, I wonder why. I mean, with the people. Okay. Sorry, ranting. What I understand, if I go that way, and I ran out of daylight, if I go that way, I can hit the loser cemetery, but I'm gonna try that. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. I'll come back out here now that I know that. I never tried it backwards, is what I'm saying. Is I always thought that there was only one way to get to the branch, and then as I started thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute, you're coming out that one side. All right, I believe, I hope that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are satisfied with this amount of B-roll footage. I hope it's steady. I hope it's not me jittering around, talking crazy, and the camera turning 4 or 5 different ways. I hope this is stable. I hope this is helpful. Mostly, I just hope it's good. Can't really see that sign. I'm gonna put a ticket in on that. I'm gonna do that tonight. Ain't no thing. Let's turn off the camera, the light here, to illustrate a point. Can you read that? That looks pathetic. What about this over here? It's leaning. Come on, Dallas, get your act together. That doesn't tell me dumping $2,000 fine. That tells me, hey, we can't be bothered to keep the sign up, so we definitely can't be bothered to give you a fine for dumping. Like I said, this looks like the sign of a city that has no teeth. Prove me wrong, Dallas. I'm gonna dump my shingles and my tires and my motor oil down here, and I'm gonna see what you do. I don't think you're gonna do nothing. What you gonna do? You gonna do nothing. Oh, Dallas. You know I love you too much. You don't deserve the love from my heart. You deserve my love in your eye. And on that note, All right, that's a wrap, Jack.